Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. So, today I wanted to do a reading regarding the mysterious death of Lauren Agee. She was on a trip to a festival. She was at a festival with some friends of hers. They were up on this dangerous thing, like sleeping in a hammock that was out above, like super high in the air, like just asking for trouble there. But that's not. She was not found at that spot, but she was found face down in the lake. Um, Face down in the lake. About I don't know how far it was from her campground, but she was found best. This is the Three of Cups reversed, by the way. It flew out, so we're gonna keep that out. She's found floating face down in the lake. The detectives ruled it a suicide. They did not do much of an investigation at all. It's almost like they didn't want to try to help or figure out what really happened. They just took it at face value that she had just fallen off of the cliff, and yeah, it killed her. So I want to look into it, see what really happened to Lauren. Um, Her family desperately wants justice. They have I believe, a civil suit pending, but they deserve justice. If somebody's loved one dies, you know, it's horrible enough that if they die so young and tragically, but for your person for someone to pass away and have no justice or accurate answers that tell you what really happened to them, that's got to be even worse. And my heart is out to any family that that has that unknown, up in the air, stagnant energy and has to go through that. My heart goes out to you, and I send loving energy your way, loving and healing energy to anybody that needs it. Okay, so our first question is going to be, Spirit guides, please show me with the tarot cards. What really happened to Lauren Agee? On the day how did Lauren really pass away? What really caused her death? So we have the Page of Swords there. It was wanting to jump out, so, okay. So, we have the Page of Swords here, the Tower reversed here, the Hermit reversed. Okay. Um, so I'm gonna ask up questions, lay it out, and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay. The second question I have is: did someone intentionally kill? Was this intentional or an accident? Was this an intentional thing? Did somebody intentionally cause her death? So we have the Ace of Cups here, the Five of Cups, the Six of Wands, wow, and the Queen of Swords reversed. And our third question is, it's going to be, would Spirit or, Lauren's Spirit guides, whatever the case may be, what would they like for me to know? What would Spirit like for me to know or think I need to know in regards to the death of Lauren Agee? What do I need to know? Spirit. So we have the Emperor here. We have the Two of Wands. Okay, we have the Death card, and we have the Ace of Pentacles here. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups reversed. Okay, so, and that's going to be the general overall feeling or the overall energy regarding her death. So let's look at this. Okay, so we'll talk about this one first, which is the Six of Cups in reverse. This will be the overall air, and what I feel it's representing what Lauren feels in regards to her death and her emotions and stuff, and where she is emotionally, or how, her emotions are right now. And it's the Six of Cups reverse, which shows that you're being stuck in the past, stuck over something that happened in the past, um, needing to make decisions and take action, needing to forgive other people as well as yourself for decisions that were made or actions that were taken, and needing to deal with, some type of regret that happened in the past. So she's, still very much very upset, very sad, feels like she's blocked from being able to move forward because I feel, and it seems with this, that she can't move forward because the truth isn't known. She feels stuck and stagnant in that in her energy. So the first card we got for the what really happened to her, we have the Three of Cups reversed. Let me show you the card. These are beautiful cards, by the way. I just got this deck today. It's the Light Seer deck, and it is beautiful. So the Three of Cups reversed, it shows disputes, miscommunication, feeling left out. It could also show a love triangle or needing to make amends with someone, like there's some kind of strife happened and you're wanting to make amends with them. Some type of disharmony with other people, or it could also be something from the past is resurfacing. So it could be an ex coming into the picture and starting an affair with them, something like that maybe. Because upright, this is a gathering, having a good time, and then this happens, right? So, and then we have the Page of Swords, um, which the Page of Swords, all pages are messengers, of course. The swords has to do with intellects, our thoughts, how we're speaking, communication, stuff like that. The Page of Swords is very restless energy, has a want for knowledge, a thirst for information. It could also indicate learning something that's new. It represents ideas and reasonings. So somebody's coming. Okay, so something happened, right? The Three Cups overturned. This page comes with messages regarding ideas of stuff, ideas, communicating ideas with logic, using your head, being logical regarding a situation or regarding the next card, which is the Tower reversed. So the Tower upright, it's a very scary, it's one of the scariest cards in the deck besides death to people. But for me, it's those moments like this would represent when a tornado comes and destroys your house and leaves nothing but the, nothing but the rubble. That's these moments, these very transformative moments in our lives. Maybe when things didn't go as you had planned for them to, something like that. Well, in the reversed, you have avoided all this tragedy, this utter life changing, for you specifically, changing tragedy from happening, or disaster. So, it's refusing to change your ways. It could be fearing the unknown, avoiding the disaster, as well as denial, living in denial. Um, so I definitely think so. I feel like um, some kind of disagreement, or some kind of love triangle, in my opinion. Some type of situation where someone even may have been caught cheating, or thought it and it wasn't actually real, but they reacted in a way that they couldn't come back from. Um, and, you know, hmm. So they use their logic, their reasonings, and intellect in order to avoid the disaster that would come from whatever happened in the Three of Cups, which would be the death of Lauren. Um, Whatever happened, it was emotionally charged, definitely, because with the cups here. So, turning off your energy for the heart energy, that would be turning off your emotions and thinking logically and strategically regarding what the next course of action will be to avoid your whole life changing, i.e., going to jail. Um, and that would be represented as well with this Hermit Reverse card, because the Hermit Reversed, the Hermit Upright is self-reflection, going within. It's long, isolating yourself, withdrawing yourself from the people, from the group of people, being alone, basically, going and being by yourself willingly. In the reverse, it is a forced isolation. It can represent withdrawing yourself from a situation, isolating yourself from a situation, or isolating the effects that come from a certain situation. Um, Feeling stuck or releasing yourself from the feelings of being stuck. So it was a very, obviously, in my opinion, there had to be at least three people, or it could be more, but at least three people would be involved and have knowledge of an event that occurred. So maybe it was only one person who actually accidentally did it, but the rest had knowledge of it, and they all were culpable, or you know involved in some way, and they would all have their life changed if they didn't come up with a plan and use their heads and logic. They didn't want to be secluded for the rest of their life. They didn't want to spend the rest of their life in jail, so they wanted to isolate the incident, and that's exactly what they did. Allegedly, everybody's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I do not want to be sued, so that's my disclaimer. The second question is, was her death intentional? So we look at this card, which is the Ace of Cups, which came out first, and this card indicates new connections, a new relationship, it could even be new friendships, newfound emotions, and using your creativity. Taking this cup that you've been given and using it to drinking fully from it, taste basically. And it's new energy. So, I mean, I'm saying basically this could be something that was starting possibly with this Three of Cups reverse energy. Maybe Lauren was starting something, or they were starting to feel feelings for her, and this is what started the chain of events, maybe. But yes, I do definitely believe this new energy that came in caused the event to happen and caused the Five of Cups to come up. And the Five of Cups is a very, very, this is the card of grief. This is a, a circle of negativity, a spiraling circle of just convoluted negative thoughts, hurtful thoughts. This is this card represents, like, when someone passes away, you're in this Five of Cups. The Tower happened, and you're in the Five of Cups moment. You're feeling you're mourning, you're in grief, you know, you're disappointed, you're bitter, you feel betrayed, you're wallowing, feeling bad for yourself, or feeling, very self-pity type card. And it can also signify a broken heart. And as we see here, this person tried to offer maybe the cup, and it was not reciprocated. It could be like unrequited love, something like that, maybe. And then the next card is the Victory card. This is the card of your ego. This is being egotistical, all that as well. Is the meaning, to me, overall meaning of the card is our egos. So the Six of Wands, it can represent success, being successful, being a leader. It can show accomplishments and a victory and inspiring others, being, coming and inspiring others to action. The center of attention type thing. All lights on you. The spotlight's on you type thing. You were victorious in what you wanted to accomplish. And then we have the Queen of Swords right here. And it's reversed. And this queen, when she is reversed, is a cold-hearted, manipulative bee. Witch. She's a witch. There we go. Cold-hearted witch. The most emotionless. This queen, when she is reversed, she uses her intellect and her way with words to cut you down and hurt you. She's a very bitter queen. She is very, she's a gossiper. She likes to gossip. And her intentions are very not good. She is not a good woman when she is reversed. She is out for blood. She uses her words to hurt people. She is that like a bee when it stings you. She's the queen of the hive, and when she gets mad, you better be prepared for her sting. Basically. And that's also she uses her intelligence against other people, or whatever knowledge that she has against other people. She's very biased as well. So this would be, in my opinion, someone, I see someone trying to offer somebody the Ace of Cups. Maybe somebody having these feelings, right? Wanting to be with somebody, but they don't want to be with them, right? They don't want to be with them, but they're giving it, and it's being, rejected here. And still they try to force it, maybe. It could also be finding out that somebody has a new connection or is giving the cup, maybe through, I don't know, gossip. Maybe somebody gossiped and said that a cup was being given to someone else. Somebody was being offered what was theirs, right? Which caused them to be in grief, be upset, and be emotionally volatile and have all these negative thinking things running through their head. So they did something about this Five of Cups and came and exerted action and was successful because of their ego. Their ego was wounded, right? So it could go either way. It could be someone trying to offer a cup and it being rejected, and their ego got wounded, and they went into the Queen of Swords reverse mode and were vengeful, bitter, manipulative, and all of that. Or I think it's the second one for some reason. Someone said something, told someone, just with this one right here, because this is a very big gossiping betrayal, cold-hearted card right here. And this would be them taking the information that they had and giving it to someone, or pretending to take some truthful information to someone and cause them to come into the Five of Cups. And when your emotions are played with, I always tell people the worst thing that you can do is kick somebody while they're down, or to, try to control or manipulate people's emotions, because you can end up with some very, very sad results there. And she got what she wanted. The Queen of Swords reverse got what she wanted with the ego card, and the ego card coming into play and dictating the action that happened, right? So the third question was, what would Spirit or Lauren like for me to know in regards to her passing? So the first card is the Emperor card, okay? Um, the Emperor is a very masculine card. It can indicate fatherhood, being a father, or an older man, or it doesn't have to represent a person. It could be um, the structures and rules, which would be, this would represent the police, the detectives, the justice system, you know, people that are, you know, ruling over you, right? People over you that have, you know, you have to go by their rules, basically. They've created the structure, and we have to, you know, play by the same rules that they've implemented. Um, it's, you know, power, being a natural leader, even. It can represent being very strategic in your thought, you know, working within the confines of um, maybe, let's see, working in the confines of what happened. So you have to work in the structure. You can't change it up. You have to work within the rules that are already in place and manipulate it and be strategic. Use your mind to in order to navigate that system, basically. Um, it can show that there might be issues regarding authority, control, um, and they are being addressed, that they're being addressed, and a solution to them is going to be achieved, but it, you know, but only if you're very attentive and follow the rules that are in place in order to get that victory, you know. Um, so now we have the Two of Wands, which the Two of Wands is all about planning, thinking, forethought, or, you know, trying to decide, making a decision, right? Um, Making progress um, on what you need to do, making progress and making a decision on what is needed to be done, or what you need to do, or what path you should go down, and sticking with whatever path or whatever plan is chosen. So, you know, if you're standing in a crossroads, you can either do this or you can do this. You make your pick, right? And then we have the Death card, which it doesn't always mean literal death. And I don't know if it's supposed to represent her death in this reading, but in general, it represents cycles we go through and transformations, a rebirth, to speak, a reemergence, you know, something coming, you know, like basically a butterfly coming out of the cocoon, a caterpillar emerging as a butterfly would be the death card. Okay, once one part of you dies, it opens you up to a more beautiful and free life type thing. Um, it's it can also show something changing or transitioning, as well as an ending, something being put to rest, an ending to something ends. It's a card of releasing something that is only releasing something that's just an attachment and is going to do you harm, and focus on things that are already currently gaining momentum. With the Two of Wands here, you know, basically they needed to make a choice. It seems like they called in somebody of power, of authority, of power, not necessarily the police. This would be somebody in their life, maybe a father, one of their fathers, tells them everybody needs to get on the same line. Everybody needs to get on the same page. We need to stick, and when we stick to it, either you're going to tell the truth or you're going to go with our plan. Pick one and choose it and stick with it. And, you know, obviously, to put the death to rest, to end this, to be done with it, right? Or you can keep holding on to it, but all it's going to do is harm you, because you know, her dying, everybody was gonna have that tower moment happen. Everybody was gonna lose something. They were gonna be in jail, right? So choosing for yourself, this is basically choosing yourself, picking what's good for you, not caring, with no emotions, using your head in order to save yourself. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, last one, which shows the beginning of a new venture. So this would be accepting it, accepting to go down the same path, but it's also in regards to a financial gain or a material gain. Um, it's a new venture, a new task, a material gain, as well as new ideas. So whatever idea they had that was within the structure and was going to help them end this without, with nothing but new beginnings to come, right? And successful outcomes, because that's what's indicated here, is being determined and dedicated to something, and want that determined dedication being focused on the plan, right? With that, you will spring, it springs to life in the form of successful outcomes. So you'll be successful in doing so. It indicates a time to visualize, prioritize, and act. So visualize what you want, visualize success, prioritize what needs to be, basically get details down, prioritize yourself, prioritize what's most important to say, and act upon it. Continue acting upon it. And it can be offering money to make something go away. Because if you look at it could get a double meaning here, working within the rules. That could be asking them to decide, this could be working in the rules, them trying to decide between pursuing the death or not, right? If they chose not to pursue it and let go of the death, they were given money, right? That could be that. Definitely could be. So this Queen of Swords here, because I'm looking, this Queen of Swords is underneath the Hermit Reverse, which is forced isolation, right? Um, and guiding somebody there. The Hermit also is a guider, a beacon of light, a guider, right? Guide someone somewhere. This Queen of Swords, this woman right here, guided whatever happened, and she's the reason that it happened. She guided some type of information regarding this cup being given to someone else, and it caused that person a lot of grief and made them embark on the journey to achieve victory because of their ego. Because their ego is deflated here, they're hurt, and they got to come back and take action to, this queen. No, ma'am. So, I mean, I really feel yeah, I really feel like feelings have been, because here we go, here's the news here, and it's related to the queen. Because if all the major arcana, not major arcana, but the court cards in the same suit, they are, they go together, basically. So if we look at the fact that this is ideas, being strategic, using your intellect, right? The Queen of Swords, reversed, used her mind to manipulate, gave news to somebody because they're messengers, and there we go. They wanted to avoid the tower crumbling. So I feel like two girls, other than Lauren, and I feel five people. I don't know why the number just popped into my head saying it over and over again, five. I feel 5 individuals were present when some kind of conflict took place, and what ensued was due directly to that. But it was the catalyst to it was the queen. I think her name is allegedly Hannah, whoever she is, because this would have been a connection that a connection that had been had for a long time, a connection from the past, deeply rooted in her past, and she would have been very close with this individual and unaware of the lingering resentment that they had for her. She didn't know. Something caused them to be resentful to her, or it's just, she thought she was prettier than her, or she felt like she needed to be taken down a peg. You know how women are sometimes, especially air sign women when they're reversed. Ooh, they strive to ruin your life. My sister's one of those. My sister, and I'm very much like that too because I have an Aquarius moon and I identify a lot with my moon. But my sister will blow up her house just to make sure your house blows up. Just to blow up your house. She don't care about her house as long as she gets to ruin your house. It don't matter. I'm more, I don't do it all the time. I used to. I used to do it a lot because my anger. I used to have a lot of built up resentment and anger in me, not just towards life in general, I guess. But until I dealt with that, I would do things that were not good for me and that ruined, opportunities or things that I have been working on or have been really focused on that really was a devastation to me to lose, but I didn't care as long as I got to take theirs. You know what I mean? So, but I'm different now. I'm very, I've been spiritual for a long time, but I have been embracing my spirituality and growing it. And, it put me into a place where, you know, when I get mad or upset about something, I privately work through it and, you know, am very non objective when I'm looking back on whatever issue I had and really want to figure out what I could do, what I did to cause it, what I can do better, and kind of find peace with it. I kind of work in the mode I express what's on my head, like the crazy immediate thoughts you get when you get upset. I say them. I say whatever it is on top of my head, whatever, even if it's irrational, be like, I will kill her type thing or something. I just let it all out, lay it all out, get it out of my head, and then I make steps to work past the issues. So, I don't know. I hope that Lauren gets justice. This is definitely not the truth. This was planned in a sense, maybe not to go as far as it did, but in a way it was planned. And I feel just in the energy that they are um, going through some Nine of Swords energy. Some of them are feeling guilty and it's causing them nightmares with the possibility that one day something could change, or fear, even regret for what they had to do, or what decision they made, the decision and actions they made. So maybe that means that soon, that Six of Cups reversed could also mean somebody coming clean and clearing their conscience, and coming clean with the truth because they can't, that emotion and that stuck energy, that stagnant energy, that suppressed energy and suppressed emotions that they've been harboring since the incident happened, it might be taking a toll on them and they may have to clear their conscience. So let's stay hopeful and continue to pursue. I hope they continue to pursue and help the family get some type of justice, whatever that may be for them or for her, so that she's able to release and relinquish those emotions and heal on the other side. So I love you all, love and light. Down below in the description will be information regarding personal readings if you would like your own, and other information about my channel. Love and light, guys, and stay blessed, y'all. Thank you.